Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Mr. Crafty Portable Crafting Bot Companion mod, which is being made by user JWitz2020, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a fun new robotic companion who can actually turn into a functioning workbench, and that is awesome. I really do like this mod, despite the fact that, well, Mr. Crafty isn't very good at combat, but the ability to actually make things like grenades and medicines, etc. on the fly wherever you are in the world is actually a pretty wonderful tool. Now, where you find this new robotic companion is pretty simple. You can actually get him quite early in the game, as it's just south of Sanctuary and the Red Rocket, over here under the Concord Water Tower, and that is where you will find Mr. Crafty. And there he is. He's basically just a stripped down Mr. Handy, and he doesn't look like much, but he is, again, very useful. So all you have to do to actually get him to follow you is pretty simple. You simply need to talk to him.
I am Mr. Crafty. I am a
portable crafting bot,
or PCB for short. I am
designed to use
digitization technology.
Access error.
And as you can see, he is also fully voiced. Now, you do have a couple of different conversation options with him to explore, if you so desire, but of course, we're just gonna get him to join us now, and it is as simple as asking him to, you know, join us and be our companion.
Order. And I'm Crafty, not Handy.
Too true, Mr. Crafty.
Directive
changed.
Okay, there we go, so I just need to send Dogmeat away, since I did have him as my companion, and we now have Mr. Crafty as our loyal companion. And to actually use him as a workbench, you simply need to go and talk to him.
I am at your disposal.
And in here, you have, again, a few conversation options, so you can't ask him how he does work, but, well, I'm gonna show you that now. So what we need to do is hit 2 here for opening the crafting menu, and we have a couple of options in here. Now, the first is actually quite entertaining. If for whatever reason you don't want Mr. Crafty around, or for instance, you're going to go into a big fight or something along those lines, as I said, he's not very good at combat. You can actually condense him, and he will turn into a Mr. Handy statue. Or actually, rather, a Mr. Crafty statue, which we could pick up, and it will, of course, go into your miscellaneous category in your inventory, which, considering how densely packed mine is, will forego that, but it will go into miscellaneous, and when you want to bring him back into the world, you just drop him out of your inventory and punch him. There we go, and he transforms back into existence as Mr. Crafty and will continue to follow you from here. Now, if you actually want to start crafting with him, you know, kind of his purpose being named Mr. Crafty, you simply need to talk to him again.
I am at your disposal.
Go into the crafting menu.
Opening subroutines.
And then hit the digital workspace. Now, before we do, you will notice down at the bottom there is a 4th option, but as you can see, it's not working quite yet. And I can't wait till that is, as having a companion who can scrap items for you will make Mr. Crafty even cooler. But for now, we can simply open up the digital workspace, and what's going to happen is he's going to transform again.
Databases.
Internal error.
Oh, no, wait, it's fine.
I actually do like his speech there, a very nicely voiced companion. And there we are, he turns into a Mr. Crafty workbench, which is just him inside of his box. And of course, we can transfer items into him here for storage, of course, or just go into craft. And there we go, we can from here create drugs, fireworks, grenades, healing items, mines, sludge, syringer ammo, traps, and utility. So, you know, your basic stuff from a chemistry workbench, but now with a portable Mr. Crafty. And that is pretty awesome. I really do like having this ability, especially with being able to create things like mines and grenades. It's a useful tool when you're running low. And it's just fun to have that ability on the fly in the Commonwealth. Now that, of course, is how you craft. Now to get him back, just like with when we needed to pick him up from the Mr. Crafty statue, we simply punch him. And there we go, he transforms back into Mr. Crafty. Now we're gonna go over here real quick to the red rocket just to show one unfortunate thing about Mr. Crafty. Now when I first saw this mod, I was very hopeful that perhaps we could actually edit this robot. I mean, he is a robot after all. But if we do, oh boy, we were having some frame drops there. If we do get out the robot workbench, oh, we found a green spot there. Sadly, if we go into craft, we cannot edit him. We can only create a new automaton. So that is unfortunate. I do wish we could go and edit him to make him, you know, a more useful robot, for instance, in combat. As, yeah, he's really not going to be helpful in a fight. But he is a portable crafting tool, and that is simply wonderful. And that is also basically all there is for this mod. Not exactly a complicated one, but a very, very useful tool, at least in my opinion. So if you would like to check this mod out for yourself, and I would definitely recommend that you go and do that, you can take a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that is going to be it for today. I hope you all have enjoyed and that you do come back for the next episode. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one!